Hi everyone, and welcome to my very first ever live Facebook feed. I am coming to you today, this is Rebecca Louise French, to share with you what the heck is going on with the energy right now on the earth. This is in response to some comments that were made in my A Year of Healing meditation channeled course. And initially I was going to record this video just for those people in that course to help them out. And then I thought, you know what? If the people in the course are feeling it, everybody's feeling it. So that is why I thought I would share with you all today what's going on. So the comment that was made, which kind of made me giggle, but is really true right now because I feel it as well, is that they said, it feels like right now the universe has us by our feet and is dragging us down the road and our head is bumping along on the gravel. And yeah, pretty much that's how it's felt for a lot of people the first 2 weeks in June in particular. Now, a lot of people are saying that this time is a time of, I think it's a golden gateway or a gateway opening. There's astrologically planets coming together and things are happening. If you want to know more about the gateway that came together or opened up last week, then you can go ahead and go research that elsewhere, because I'm not talking about how that is or what that is and how it came about, but rather how you can deal with the energy as it's going on right now. So what I want you to imagine, because this gateway actually opened up a pouring out of amazing, beautiful, positive, high vibration, gorgeous, high frequency energy. And so people were saying, well, hold on, if this golden gateway or whatever it's called is pouring the earth full of beautiful, gorgeous, glowing, golden, high frequency energy, how come I feel like crap? And that is the question. There's headaches. There's people that have been tired for it seems like 2 weeks, but having trouble sleeping at night. And a lot going on that kind of makes you go, what the heck? So that's why I thought to come here and share with you. So I want you to just imagine that your body has kept the energy of the thoughts and experiences and beliefs and everything that's going on in your life from the moment you were born and conceived until the moment now. Your body has the energy of those beliefs and experiences. Now, as this beautiful golden light of high frequency energy comes in, anything that's in your body that doesn't resonate with the energy that's coming through is going to come up to be looked at, to be cleared, to be released. So if you want to go ahead and imagine, you know there's stuff that you need to work on or stuff that bothers you maybe from your past or an experience, and it's sitting in your body. And as this golden light comes in, so imagine we've opened up the top of your head and we're pouring in high frequency, gorgeous light. That as that's happening, these little patches all over your body, it may manifest as an ache or a pain or just a memory that you have, is coming up to be released. So that's why when we have gorgeous, beautiful light energy coming in that we feel like crap, is because we're letting go of that which we want to release. So as these things come up, they manifest in different ways. So it could be the headache. It could be the joint pain. I went through a couple of days of agonizing joint pain. I felt like an old lady, but I just knew it was stuff clearing, and it's stuff clearing. So you have two choices when this energy happens. You have the choice to either sit in it, like I could have gone, oh my goodness, I feel like an old lady, I've got heaps of joint pain, it sucks to be me, and let it really get to you. Or you can go, okay, is this the energy right now? I think it probably is. So what I'm going to do is, just in case it is, I'm just going to ask my body to release it. I'm ready to let this go. I release, I release, I release. And it doesn't mean it's going to happen instantly. It might. It might take 24 hours. It might just need to work its way out. The other thing that might happen, and I'm being guided to share my own story with you here, is that you might experience something similar to what you went through years ago. Now, when you're in the middle of experiencing it, you're not going to realize that it's the same as what you went through years ago. In fact, you might think it's this whole new experience. So for me, I went to consult with some people, and I'm not going to go into too many details because that's not what matters. What matters is the lesson I got out of it. And I'm sitting there listening to them, and intuitively my body's going, this doesn't feel quite right. Oh, but they can help me. But this doesn't feel quite right. And I went home and I agonized over it, and part of me didn't even want to go back. And part of me was like, no, but they said they can help me, so I'm going to go back. And so I kept going back and forth over it. So eventually I was trying to figure out whether to sign up on this wellness plan that these people were offering me, or whether to go elsewhere with my business. And so I did what I normally do when my head's taking over from everything, and I sat down and I wrote on a piece of paper, yes and no. Yes was to sign up for the plan, no was to walk away. And when I did that, I then scruple up the piece of paper in a little bunch, and normally I just kind of mess them up a little bit and say, okay, intuitively, which piece of paper has my answer, and I pick it. This time I thought, no, my ego's too much at play. I am going to ask my son to hold the pieces of paper, so I'm that much distant from it. Gave it to my son, he scribbled them up, and I intuitively tuned in. I went, which one of these is the right answer? Which answer do I need? And it was like this neon sign almost came down and pointed to his right hand. So I opened his right hand and I took out the piece of paper, and the answer was no. And I sat there and went, really? No? The answer is no. Really? I think that can't be right, because they're going to help me. It really felt right, and intuitively I felt drawn to go to this particular place, and what should I do? So I was still agonizing over it. I didn't listen to that little no on a piece of paper. So I went for a walk down to my beach where I do most of my meditation. I'm going to show you that now so you can see the beauty that I go to for my meditation. You can see my ocean down there. And I sat on that picnic bench that you can see, and I sat and thought, and then I decided to ask a friend of mine to help me out. And so I sent her a message, and I said, look, I'll go into details later, but can you please just tell me your intuitive hits? Is it yes or is it no? And she wrote back right away and said, you know what? I think if you have to ask yes or no, the answer's no. And then followed up by saying, but my intuitive hit was she heard this big no in her mind and put all these little O's in the message to me. And I went, okay, I'm going to take that on board. So I went for a walk along the beach, and her words really hit me. If I have to ask if it's that good for me, and I'm agonizing over this decision all week, obviously the answer is no, because if it was good for me, I'd be like, heck yeah, let's go for it. Let's do this. There would not be hesitation. And so I decided to give the answer of no, and I let the people know. And once I made that decision, it was amazing the weight that was lifted from me. Now, I share this with you because I want you to think about similar situations in your life right now where you are either agonizing over a decision or you're feeling unsure over your next steps. And I just want you to tune into your own body and listen to your own intuition and see what answer it gives you. So take a couple deep breaths. And then think about the question that you have in mind, or the situation or scenario that's come up in your life. And think about, is this the right thing for me? And the very first answer that comes to mind is your answer. Don't question it. Don't worry about it. Don't agonize over it. That's your answer. Your body is trying to tell you. Now, interestingly, that's not where my lesson ended. I normally am pretty good at listening to my intuition. It's kind of my job. It's something that I'm really good at for helping others, and I can listen to it in the tiny things. But for some reason, in this big thing, I really struggled. And so as I went for my walk along the beach, I pondered, why is it that this decision was so difficult for me? Why I really agonized over it? And I realized in this, like one of those little thunderbolt moments, that it was so similar to something that I went through 4 years ago. And that is when I signed up with a personal development company, and they had told me that they could help me, that they had all the answers, that they had a plan, they'd been using it for years, it worked for everybody, And it could work for me, both as an individual and then later when they asked me to become a coach for their organization. Now, positive things came out of that experience. I was very glad that I signed up because I got my coaching training. I was exposed to some great new ideas that I hadn't thought of before. I let go of a lot of stuff from my past and my fears that were holding me back in my life. And I met some beautiful and amazing clients who inspired me as much as I hope I inspired them. So there was positives that came out of it. The negative was, of course, that I threw thousands and thousands of dollars at this company, and I also trusted them to be the ones to tell me that they knew what was best for my life, that they had a plan, that it worked for them, and that I was to follow their plan. And I did. And intuitively, eventually, finally, years later, I kind of went, this doesn't feel right anymore. And by then I was ready to make the cut. And I agonized over it. And it took me months to throw out the paperwork that came with the courses because I was guided to just let it go and move on. Well, this case was similar, that I had gone to someone. They said they had all the answers. They could help me and my family. And if we threw a few $1,000s at them, nowhere near as much as the other place, they had all the answers. But yet they weren't answering all my questions. And they weren't saying, well, yeah, you know what's best for your body. They were saying, we know what's best for your body. We can solve all your problems, and you just need to listen to us. And in fact, the thing that I look back on now, it hit me this morning. The man actually even used the same phrase. We've been doing this way for 15 to 20 years and have the best results. So why would you change a system? We've got all the answers. We've got all these great people whose lives we've changed. You should go with us. Now, why that didn't hit me at the time when he said that phrase of how similar it was to the coaching company, I don't know. But it hit me this morning, and I realized that's the other thing I meant to share with you today, is that as the people in my Year of Healing meditation course would know, I've said it 100 times, if not more, and the angels have said it in probably every transmission they've shared. We are heading into a time where we are letting go of systems and rules and structure-based living. We are entering an era where our lives are meant to be lived intuitively, in the moment, based on emotional connections, working together as a unit of human beings on Earth for the greater good of Mother Earth and of ourselves. It is no longer about the institution, the individual, the system that works better than any other. It's about right now. So right now, in this moment, doing what feels right and best to you that is also best for Mother Earth. And the way you know that is that it's this intuitive, heart-based connection. That's why I'm wearing the color green today, apparently, because green is the color of heart in the chakra system. But it is the color of love that we give out to others. So this is what I want you to ponder today, is where are we in our lives still stuck in a systemic way of doing things rather than a heart-based intuitive way of doing things? And that's what this gateway energy is all about. So if it comes through high frequency, beautiful, gorgeous, loving energy, and something comes up in us that makes us feel like crap, and we've got the headache and we've got the joint ache and something doesn't feel quite right, or we're going through an experience in our lives that we're like, holy crap, I thought I dealt with this 4 years ago, 8 years ago, I thought it was done. Why is it coming back up? That's your moment to look at it and go, why is this coming back up? What do I need to look at in my life and change so that this experience doesn't happen again? And in that, you'll find your answer. For me, it was to walk away from letting other people making choices for my well-being of myself and my family and focus on what felt right for me. Now, I don't know what the right path is going to be from here. I just knew that that was the incorrect path at this time. So start tuning in and listening to your intuition. When it comes to the headaches and the joint pain and the feeling tired and exhaustion and everybody's asking, when will it end? I can assure you it will be passing. It doesn't mean it's going to be gone forever. It doesn't mean that you're going to have this one big aha moment like I had on the beach and then it's done, because I can assure you that was only one of many things that came up with this gateway energy. Sometimes you're going to know what's going on, sometimes you're not. I invite you not to deep delve into it, overanalyze, journal the crap out of it, ask your 10 best friends what they think. This is intuitive based, right? So if your body is saying heck no, just listen to the heck no. You don't need to know why. You don't need to know what to change. Just listen to the heck no and go, well, what should I be doing? What feels right in this next moment? It might be take a nap. It might be to reach out and send an email to someone. It might be to do something different. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like you've rested for 2 weeks and you don't know what else to do something different. For me, when I have a crazy energy headache, I tend to just lie and smother myself in peppermint oil and try not to move. And the other day my son said, Mom, you want to go for a walk? And I was like, as if I want to go for a walk when my head feels like it's pounding out of my skull. But I did. I decided to do something different. And we went for a walk together. And when I got home, my husband actually looked at me and went, wow, your face looks different. You look so much better. And so I needed to do something different. And the walk did that for me. Didn't make the headache go away completely, but it helped with circulation and movement and just a change of scenery. So I would invite you to do something different. Change something up. As many of you know, I'm changing my website right now while preparing for the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival next weekend. It's a crazy busy time while also doing healings on pets for the first time ever. And sometimes that can all get overwhelming, but then when we sit in it and go, wake up in the morning, what am I meant to do today? Intuitively listen to your heart, and that's what you're meant to do. I can assure you when I woke up this morning, I did not know that I would be doing my first Facebook live broadcast feed, and yet here I am. So that's why no one got any notification. So please don't say, why did you tell me you were on? I would have watched you. It's recorded. You can watch it later. And I'm just really, really happy that I got this opportunity to share with you and hopefully help you as you move through this golden gateway transition time. And they assure me that on the other side, there is more light, more love, more gloriousness than we could ever imagine. And it's time to just let yourself go into those waves of amazingness and bring what will be into your life. If I can be of any assistance to you during this time, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, you can comment below this video and I will get back to them as soon as I can. Currently, my website is under construction, as I mentioned, so you'll see a little under construction sign. You can still email me. I can still do healings. You can still join the Year of Healing course for a super cheap $140 for the entire year of meditations, mantras, and channeled messages. It's been a beautiful, life-changing experience for everyone in that course, including myself, far exceeding even my expectations of what the course was going to be about. The angels and the guides, and even now we've got the ancient grandmothers and others coming forward that are with us in that course are guiding us through this time. So please do join us. If not, you can join us at the end of June when the price goes up to a monthly subscription-based fee to better reflect all the time and energy and effort and money that I put into running the course. Either way, we'd love, love, love to have you. So email me, rebecca@rebeccalfrench.com, and I'm here for you. And I'd love to hear what you thought about this video, and please share it with your friends if you think it'll help them, because we're all in this together. We are one. Give yourself a big hug from me. Lots of love.